Hello, everybody. My name is Jules. Welcome to my channel. I'm excited to have you here because today we're going to talk about how to increase productivity. So let's talk about what it really means to be productive. Many people assume productivity is about cramming as many tasks as possible into every hour or working yourself to the point of exhaustion. Yet that path often leads to burnout instead of real accomplishment. True productivity is about intentional effort and consistent progress. It's about building habits that lead to sustainable change. It's about aligning daily actions with a clear vision so that every step you take gets you closer to the life that you want. The beauty is that you don't have to overhaul everything at once. In fact, trying to do too much too fast can actually backfire. So, by making small, deliberate adjustments and repeating them regularly, you'll experience steady progress that builds over time. When I first started exploring how to be more productive, I discovered that motivation alone was not enough. Sure, motivation can give you a burst of energy, but it also has a way of fading. Consistency is what carries you through the days when you rather procrastinate or focus on easier tasks. One small step at a time, done repeatedly, can reshape your entire outlook. It's like compound interest for your habits, where each tiny improvement multiplies over the weeks and months. If you think about it, improving by 1% each day may seem like nothing in the short term, but over the course of the year, those daily gains become exponential. The same is true if you let things slip. Neglecting a small task by just 1% daily doesn't sound like much until it adds up to a significant loss. So, this leads to a crucial question. Why do you want to be productive in the first place? Productivity without a clear purpose is like running on a treadmill. You can move nonstop, but still end up in the same place. Having a meaningful goal or a powerful reason behind your efforts allows you to stay focused because you understand where your actions are leading. Whether it's a career objective, a personal project, or a vision for improving your overall life, make sure that you define it. Clarity of purpose brings depth to every habit you form and every routine that you design. If you know exactly why you're pushing yourself to improve, you're far more likely to maintain momentum. Another thing that I learned is that the power of owning your day rather than letting the day own you. Many people start their mornings on autopilot, checking emails or scrolling through social media. Right from the moment that they wake up, they hand over their focus to outside influences. But what if you decided to begin each day with activities that uplift you and energize you? Even if you spend just a few minutes in meditation, stretching, or listening to something inspiring, you're already setting a positive tone. This shift in how you start your day can create a ripple effect that carries into the afternoon and evening. Your morning routine becomes a foundation of intention, providing the mindset you need to tackle your tasks. It's also important to understand that you don't have to cut everything you enjoy. Sometimes people think becoming productive means never watching TV or scrolling through social media again, but that level of deprivation can lead to a backlash. A more sustainable approach is to schedule leisure time in moderation. If you love Instagram or binge watching a show, allow yourself a set window for it. Committing to a specific time and then sticking to that boundary turns a potential distracting habit into a reward that you can look forward to. Small wins like this add up because they boost your confidence and remind you that you have control over your schedule instead of letting your schedule control you. Now let's talk about habits because they are the backbone of productivity. One of the most effective ways to build a new habit is to start so small that it feels almost impossible to fail. For instance, if you want to exercise but haven't been active in a while, you might say, I'm going to work out for 5 minutes today. That probably sounds insignificant, but the real goal is consistency, not an immediate workout marathon. Another technique is to pair or stack a new habit with something you do regularly. If you always brush your teeth in the morning, you could use those few minutes to mentally run through your plan for the day. By doing this, you're anchoring a new behavior to an established routine, making it easier to maintain. Tracking your progress is also another surprisingly powerful tool. Some people like using a calendar where they check off each day they accomplish their new habit essentially. Others keep a simple log or a journal. The act of recording what you do can speak motivation because you have a visual representation of your efforts. If you see you've been consistent for a streak of days, you'll feel driven to keep it going. Each mark or note in that journal affirms that you're moving in the right direction. And don't underestimate the power of celebrating small victories. Each time you follow through on a habit, you can take a moment to acknowledge it. That recognition might be silent and personal, but it cements the idea that you're someone who takes action and follows through on commitments. Time and energy management also play a huge role in productivity. Instead of juggling unrelated tasks all at once, consider grouping similar ones together. By handling similar responsibilities in the same block of time, you minimize the mental drag of switching gears constantly. This method keeps you focused and reduces wasted effort. It also actually helps to connect your tasks to your broader goals. Whenever you look at something on your to-do list, ask yourself if it aligns where you ultimately want to go. If it does, working on it feels more rewarding because you know it's a part of a bigger plan. That sense of alignment often provides that extra push you need to complete it with enthusiasm. Single tasking is another concept that can revolutionize the way that you work. We're told to multitask, but research shows that our brains aren't truly designed for it. So when you try to handle a lot of tasks at once, you actually risk decreasing your efficiency and increasing stress. But by focusing on one thing at a time or a couple things at a time, you can dive deeper, produce higher quality results, and actually finish faster than you might by juggling a bunch of things at once. It can feel counterintuitive if you've been used to hopping between projects, but I would say just give it a try and notice how much more engaged and less overwhelmed you feel. I know that in my own journey toward consistent productivity, I struggled when I tried to do everything at full throttle right away. I'd embark on an intense plan, commit to drastic changes, and then feel guilty if I slipped up once. That guilt would spiral into negative thinking, convincing me that I'd ruined the day, which led to even more unproductive behavior. It just became clear that the all or nothing approach was setting me up for failure. Once I started embracing gradual, manageable changes, I noticed how much easier it was to stick to them. My why, the deeper reason behind my goals, kept me from giving up when I faced challenges. I wasn't just building habits for the sake of building habits. I had a clear vision that inspired me to keep going. So, surround yourself with positive influences. Also makes a difference. Think about the content that you consume. Is it helping you grow or is it draining your energy? Choose to spend time with people who uplift you and seek out the information that sparks hope and curiosity. That might mean following creators who share actionable tips or reading books that expand your perspective. When you fill your environment with encouraging words and ideas, it reinforces your belief that you can create a better future. That mindset is crucial because what you focus on grows. If you dwell on negativity or limitations, you'll end up feeling stuck. If you focus on possibility and growth, you'll find more opportunities to move forward. The bottom line is this: everything you need to be more productive is already within your reach. Productivity isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up daily, even when it feels difficult, and taking that next small step. It's about making conscious choices and being intentional with your time. It's about maintaining clarity on your goals and remembering that each habit, however tiny, is moving you closer to your goals. If you stumble, simply reset and keep going. Don't let one mistake throw off your entire day. We're all works in progress, and that's the real journey of productivity. Incremental movement that over time transforms how we live and work. Let this be your invitation to take that next step. Maybe it's commit to a 5-minute workout, or maybe it's setting aside 10 minutes in the morning for quiet meditation. Whatever it is, to do it with a sense of purpose. Align it with your bigger vision and stay consistent. Eventually, you'll look back and see a series of small wins that have led to significant change. You have everything that you need to succeed. Productivity isn't some distant goal reserved for people that are lucky. It's a series of choices and habits that anyone can develop. So make the commitment to own your day, to feed your mind positivity, and to let your deeper why guide you. Let your actions reflect the person you are becoming, and step by step, you'll move closer to the life that you truly deserve. I hope that you got some value from this video. If you did, please subscribe. If you know someone that that you think will find this valuable, please share it with them. And thank you for joining me today.